we do things at our own mindset. Yeah, but going into what we call fish farming, your mindset really determine your profit. Your mindset determine your prosperity in the business. What did I mean by this is that if you don't have a positive mindset, I bet you the business will never grow. Hello guys, good morning. Once again, you are welcome to my channel. You are welcome to Catfish Solution Place. Today I'll be talking about a very great important topic for all farmers. That means the financial part of fish farming, which I know will be useful for a prosperous farmer, those people that are willing to go into fish farming, those people that have been in the business for a while and they are thinking if the business really worthwhile or not, and for those people who have been getting things wrong in the business. So I try to make up some topics in order to fulfill all righteousness, to make sure that most farmers listen to and can definitely help one or two people today. Yeah, as you are watching from the background, I do give a lot of advices based on our day-to-day activities in the farm. So as you can see, as you are watching from the background, we are making a supply of some pure Clarias seedlings to one of our favorite clients at Akute. He is a barrister, he's a lawyer, and we have been supplying him for a very, very long time now, concurrently. And today we are, in short, he ordered for more, but it's only what we can supply. We are supplying today, and we are putting the rest for other supplies because we have huge lot of supply this week. Yeah. So from the background, you'll be seeing the way we dispense it. You'll be seeing a lot of activities in the farm. You'll be tapping into a lot of system that the farmer is been doing in their farm. This for those of you who really want to set up a fish farming business and you are still thinking of the system you want to use, going and showing part of different farms will give you that privilege and opportunity for you guys to really know on what to do. So while you watching, I'll be giving out just 6-7 points today on how to grow your farm and how to develop your farm, which I title 7 reasons you need to grow your farm. So the number one I'll be talking about today, I'll be talking about what we call the wrong mindset. I so much discovered that everybody has a different mindset. Most especially in Nigeria, we are all hustling and bustling, and we are thinking on which business to do and what business to do. And note that everybody, we don't have the same capacity, we don't have the same influence, we don't have the same power, we don't have the same finances to run the business. So we are just trying and hustling to make sure that we makes the hand meet, and we do things at our own mindset. Yeah, but going into what we call fish farming, your mindset really determine your profit. Your mindset determine your prosperity in the business. What did I mean by this is that if you don't have a positive mindset, I bet you the business will never grow. The business will never grow. So you need to have a positive mindset towards what you are doing. That's the key. I sometimes when I don't know, maybe because of some of the vast experience that I've gone into, I normally tell most of my customer virtually, maybe is in Yoruba, that is alubarika that matter most in the business. The alubarika I meant is not that you should not be working towards the focus of your farm, but the alubarika in there is you must have a positive mindset in everything you are doing. God is totally in control of everything we are doing. So you having a positive mindset, that means the faith, the belief in what you are doing, you will always be prosperous. That's the truth. You will always be prosperous. And again, in fish farming industry, there are a lot of inches, because this is a livestock which we have numerous mortality. Yeah, but if you are working with a person on a mindset, or a very good mindset, if your mindset is pure and great, I bet you your input in the business will not overseed your output in the business. And you know, if your input in the business does not submass the output in your business, automatically you have made profit. And what we are really aiming for in this business is what we call profit. So from this, I'll be going to my number 2, which I tagged lack of strategy. Yeah, that is where most people are always getting it wrong in the business too as well. Before you go into any kind of business, before you go into catfish farming business, you must have what we call planning. You must plan towards what you want to do. You must plan towards your budgeting. You must plan towards your pond preparation. You must plan towards your feeding. You must plan towards those people that will manage your fish for you. Most especially, you must plan towards what we call the water, which is highly very, very important in the business. And for that, again, I'll be going to the number 3. The number 3, which I titled the poor management. Poor management in business is highly very important. I do normally advise too, when I go to a lot of farms, that if you have a farm manager, if you have a farm workers working to you, you have to give them and have tools of just like 80, 60 to 70% of trust. And not that you have to leave them for the trust, you have to checking them on this trust, most especially when you are not available. And why you are doing this is that you are making sure that you are trying to cut down what we call managing your farm in a poorer way. So you need to develop a strata, that means a strategy for your workers to work, so that they won't manage your farm poorly. So all this has to be taken in space, in a gradual process. That means you need to be checking them on a daily basis. That means on per minute. Yeah, you need to be checking them per minute, most especially for those of us who do not have what we call the CCTV camera in the farm. So checking them in the farm is highly and very, very important. So with that, I'll be going to the number 4, which I titled the lack of finances. If you really want to go into catfish business, make sure that you get advice from those people who can give you a forecast. Yeah, forecast in business is highly acceptable. What we call forecast is that is a negative and a positive. That means you need to work towards the middle. That means you need to work towards a barrier in the business. So you need to have what we call a financial breakdown on your business. So let people take you through what we call the planning, the budgeting, the forecast of this business. And for those of you who really want to do this yourself, there's a book, there's a ebook we have with that we title catfish feeding chart. The catfish feeding chart is a breakdown, is a feasibility overview of to farmers to know how to feed and how not to feed. This will give you a breakdown of the feasibility overview of what you can spend on your feed. So with this, you can look at it and make your decision through this. And we have what we call the melange, the guide to the melange catfish business. We have some of these breakdown too as well. And for those of you who really want to tap into other value chain in catfish farming, we have a book that we title Catfish Smoke and Smoking How to Smoke Catfish, Guide to Catfish Smoke Fish Farming. So get all those books. There's a breakdown of what we call a comprehensive business plan in them. And if you really want to write a complete business plan for yourself, there's a book that I wrote that titled How to Write a Comprehensive Business Plan. This business plan will give you, will direct you, will guide you on all this area that I'm talking about in catfish financing. And the number 5 I'll be talking about today, I'll be talking about what we call the accountability of your farm. The accountability of your farm has to be done by you, or you need to get to somebody on ground for you to do what we call the weekly overview of your account of your farm, your expenditure, how much you are spending on fuel, how much you are spending on transportation, how much you are spending on feeding, how much you are spending on construction and maintenance. So with this, you can hardly know, this business is already worth it or not. So with this, you can calculate that. Because of my time, I'll be going to the number 6, which I title Inadequate Market Research. Make sure that depending on the location you are, make sure that researching is very, very important. Make sure that you strategize yourself in an area that you can get market quickly, because depending on how far that place is, that will reduce your cost of sale. If they are buying on your neighbor that is at the main road at 800 naira, because of the stress, because of the carriage, maybe they are carrying the fish out, this will reduce cost or your cost of sales. They can say they will buy it for you for 700 naira because of the distance. So with that, you must, and note that you and your neighbors are feeding at par. You are using the same feed, and if you are not careful and you strategize your place in a remote area, you may have a problem. So make sure that you look into this too as well. And the last one I'll be talking about what we call the lack of focus. You must be highly focused in the business. Yes, make sure that you are focused. Make sure that you trust some of the people around you. Make sure that you leave your business to a very capable person, and make sure that you ask questions when due, and be focused and be prayerful and have faith in God that the business will be successful. Once again, I said Alubarika in business is very, very important. Alubarika means grace. Alubarika means God divine favor in our life. So with this, I will say God will give us the most divine pleasure we need to grow our seed. God will guide us. God will protect us. Is the Alpha and Omega. Is the one that can guide us through well. Is the one that we rely on. So with this, on this point, I will say make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Make sure that you subscribe to follow our page on Facebook, on our Instagram, and our Twitter, and our LinkedIn. Make sure that you follow in every of our social media. So once again, I say thank you and God bless you all.